This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Sir Ipatas clarifies Anga misperception. Disaster relief assistance provided by Japan. And Prime Minister responds to opposition's critics.
A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Luis Maingu. Thank you for joining us. Provincial member for Anga Province, Sir Peter Ipatas, labelled the recent visit of the Australian High Commissioner to Anga Province as proof that Anga is not a dangerous place and the negative publicity of Anga tribal fight cannot cloud people's perception towards the province.
Stressing on the significance of the partnership Anga Province has with the Government of Australia through the recent visit of the Australian High Commissioner, Sir Peter labelled Australia as the strategic development partner to Anga Province.
The idea for him to visit Anga was to show him some of the impact projects that the people of Australia and the Australian government have invested in Anga, and to show him what level of completion these projects were at, and how these projects were impacting our people in the country. So it was very good, a very good visit for Mr. Fix as far as I'm concerned. From a provincial perspective, we were satisfied with this visit.
Despite the province having negative publicity tied with the trouble fight in the province, Sir Peter emphasized that this cannot cloud people's perceptions towards Anga Province.
You know, some people took it out of context when I said that it'd probably be safer in Anga than elsewhere if you're an outsider. You see, so if you're an outsider, you are perfectly safe because you have no connection to anybody in the province.
Sir Peter further added that Anga Province is focusing to be the hub for education and health in the country.
The High Commissioner has visited Anga Province, and we are hoping that they can partner us, into the future. Especially, during his visit, I think he came to understand that Anga Province has a vision to making Anga a hub for education and health. And that is not for Anga people alone. It is for the country.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
Following reports of threats directed to member for Hiri Koyari, Kit Idu, Prime Minister James Marape has condemned this action and has ordered a thorough police investigation into this matter today. Pinning the spotlight on threats and intimidation facilitated by SIM cards, he stressed that politics should never serve as a pretext for harming individuals and the country. Marape is now advocating for mandatory registration of all phone numbers to help identify and apprehend criminals swiftly. The Deputy Opposition Leader and Shadow Minister for Treasury, James Nomane, has called on the Prime Minister and Minister assisting the Prime Minister on Treasury matters to stop the facade and come out openly to debate on the economy.
If something isn't broken, you don't fix it.
Mr. Nomane said Marape and Lian Starkey must stop lying to the people of PNG, stating that he will take them to task and demonstrate in front of the whole country that both smooth-talking treasurers are incompetent and reckless in their economic management. He added that how the economy is managed affects everyone, indicating that this is not a political point scoring, rather it's about the lives of the people and the opportunities they have for a prosperous future. He states that a public debate will debunk the myths and the finger-pointing once and for all with no more lies. Mr. Nomane said the invitation for debate will be published on the daily newspaper this week, indicating that both the Prime Minister and the former Treasurer must come out for open public debate. Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
Provincial member for Anga Province, Sir Peter Ipatas, has challenged the police force to improve its system and enforce law, especially with the ongoing tribal fights in Anga Province.
With the ongoing tribal fights using high-powered guns in Anga Province, Sir Peter Ipatas clarified that it depends entirely on the police force to investigate and find out who provides the high-powered guns for the tribes.
These are things that the police are supposed to do, not ours. It's not our job. Not our job. Investigation powers, arrest powers, prosecution powers, they are all with the police. Why are they not investigating? When there's a complaint against certain big leaders, why are they not investigating? Making investigations that will show if they are actually involved in funding, involved in supplying arms. Those are the role of police.
He says police has the power to enforce law and order in the country, but it lacks capacity.
Country, if we fix the police force, at least we have got something positive being done. And I still maintain that. We can do all the economic models to save the country, to improve the country, but if you don't get law and order right, you'll never get anywhere. What you build, it might take you 2 years, 3 years to build, but you can get it destroyed in a second.
Sir Peter clarified that enforcing law and order depends entirely on police force and not the provincial members or the politicians.
We need to improve our police force. It's their job, and I must make it clear. It is not a job of a politician to go down when they are fighting to stop a fight. That is for the police to enforce the law. That's a criminal act. The police must go intervene and arrest the culprits. Simple as that. There is no time to negotiate. Everybody knows what the law is.
Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
The East Sepik Provincial Police Commander post has been vacated for weeks now, since the outgoing PPC Superintendent Christopher Tamari was appointed to take up a new post in Tari Hela Province. Acting PPC James Baugen, who was on sick leave for the past 3 weeks, has returned from Port Moresby and resumed his duty as acting PPC East Sepik today. Wewak Police Station Commander Robert Parry made an appeal to the people of Wewak and East Sepik Province to abide by the laws governing them as citizens of this nation as they wait for the appointment of their new provincial police commander. An ambulance in Leh was vandalized over the weekend, where vital equipment, including an automated external defibrillator and personal belongings of paramedics, were stolen. This took place when unidentified individuals broke into the ambulance while it was parked at the Leh main market area.
Momase Regional Commander Anderson Pom condemned this act, stating this act not only undermines the crucial services provided to the community, but also endangers lives.
It's the importance of that item is to research a life. Now, when somebody goes into cardiac arrest or heart attack that needs to be revived, we did this particular instrument or equipment to have a patient revive when somebody goes into cardiac arrest or all this. They have that pad attached onto the patient, and then it gives off a prompt voice prompt, and we follow those instructions, and that's it. We try to revive the patient using that machine or equipment there. That's how important the equipment is.
POM said an awareness program aimed at fostering community cooperation was recently held and completed. However, it is disheartening to witness such behavior. He stated St. John officers work tirelessly to serve the people in Leh, often facing challenging situations. The least that the community can do is provide a safe space for St. John to carry out its duty. Despite this incident, St. John Ambulance remains committed to their mission of providing emergency medical care to those in need. A police report has been filed in Leh regarding the incident. The total estimated cost of the stolen equipment and items is approximately 21,000 kina. Gladys Skilla, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
The Smart Start School promotion is back this year. Win yourself one of 1,000 consolation prizes valued at 50 kina each nationwide. And the school with the highest number of valid entries per region will win a 44,000 kina Smart Start School grant. Simply collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits. Put in an envelope with your name, school and number on the envelope and drop in an entry box at a participating school near you. Promo ends on the 22nd of April. Contact us on Facebook to register your school today. Terms and conditions apply.
Buy more, win more one-time roots rice. Bring out belum 300,000 kina. No can miss out. Buy 10 kg roots medium grain rice. Cut them round in big roots logo on top long front long bag rice. Na write the name, na naman long yun long backside long name. Drop him inside long entry box long store. Week 1 draw, 1 winner by 500 kina. Week 2 draw, 1,000 kina. Week 3 draw, 2,000 kina. Na long week 4 draw, 5,000 kina. Second Roots Rice Facebook page long kisim botok save. Terms and conditions start.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Now chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Money Plus we're ready to go.
Mipla Halivim Wari Belong You.
Somare Institute of Leadership and Governance has come a long way on learning and learning from personal relevance to life relevance. It was here that the famous Bulabif Club was born, a key force behind the country's independence and a symbol of national unity. Today, SILAG is given a new mandate by the NEC Policy Act 61 of 2021, a mandate to provide systematic, stable and sustainable public sector training for the public service to systemize and structure a fit-for-purpose human capital and institutional development in the national public service. SILAG is now pleased to announce that it will be graduating 742 graduates, including 11 serving heads of departments on the 19th April 2024. SILAG is now preparing to be a special public service university to forge new generation of future-ready leaders. Somare Institute of Leadership and Governance, forging a new generation of future-ready leaders.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with Project Civic.
There is a high rainfall and the soil structure and the morphology will not support anything as large as the proposed mine.
The focus was awareness on the implications of the mine and especially on the importance of the river.
And drastic environmental damage that will start to occur even before the development commences.
That's on tonight.
registered a 6.4 on the Richter scale with a depth of 81 kilometers, took place this morning at around 6:57 a.m. in the New Britain region.
According to the National Department of Mineral Policy and Geohazards Management, the earthquake occurred as a result of interaction between the Solomon Sea and South Bismarck microplates in the vicinity of the Pomio district, approximately 200 kilometers southwest of Kokopo, East New Britain Province, and about 588 kilometers northeast of Port Moresby. The earthquake occurred at the deeper part of the subducting Solomon Sea plate at an area of known seismic zone and may have been felt in Kimbe and other parts of New Britain Island. The department noted that there is no report of damage from this earthquake and also stated that the earthquake occurred on land and there is no potential for a tsunami. However, this information is preliminary and is subject for further revision. Residents in the East New Britain Province noted that the tremor was bigger than the usual, but also reported that there were no damages. Natasha Ovoy, National, MTV News.
The continuous rain season experienced throughout the country has yet again resulted in the flooding of the Zumin River in the Morobe Province, affecting the Mudzin section of the Highlands Highway. The Zumin River is just a few meters beside the main highway and flows past the Arifiran village down to Mudzin. The flood has damaged the highway and nearby communities, causing traffic jam, leaving passengers traveling to and out of Leh stranded on either side along the highway as the river floods onto the main highway, blocking access. The Metallurgical Corporation of China are currently working on the damages to restore the highway. Japanese emergency relief goods through the Japan International Cooperation Agency were recently handed over to the government in response to the natural calamities experienced in the country.
This is the first delivery of emergency relief goods by the Japanese government that had arrived at the Jackson's International Airport yesterday afternoon. The handover took place between the chief representative of the Japan International Cooperation Agency (PNG) office, Mr. Matsuoki Hidaki, and the acting director of National Disaster Center, Mr. Lasso Mana, witnessed on by the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan to PNG, His Excellency Watanabe Nobuyuki.
And these are the expression of the Japanese people's goodwill to the people of the Papua New Guinea, and that demonstrates the strong ties and solidarities to the people of the Papua New Guinea.
The emergency relief items from the Japanese government to the Japanese International Cooperation Agency include 95 tents, 570 blankets, 570 sleeping pads, and 8 water purifiers, among others. A second delivery of the total donation is expected tomorrow. Acting Director of National Disaster Center, Mr. Lasso Mana, expressed gratitude for the kind gesture.
The National Disaster Center, its dedication to saving our nation in times of need, will carefully execute the distribution of these supplies to the affected province in alignment with a well-thought-out distribution plan.
Natasha Ovoy, National, MTV News.
Ambunti Drakikia District committed disaster 1 million kina funding from the national government relief supply funds towards the district restoration program. This funding will be used to rebuild homes that were damaged during the floods and earthquake experienced in the district.
District Administrator Ricky Wobar thanked the National Disaster Office and the national government for the 1 million kina deposited into the Ambunti Drakikia District Development
Development Authority account and allocated to the restoration program in the district. DA Wabar said the restoration program for the Ambonti people affected has been identified through assessment. However, his team is waiting for the floods to drop so restoration process can commence. DA Wabar confirmed that for the people of Drakikia and Gawanga LLG, the DDA is currently working on supplying both relief and restoration supplies so the affected families can start to rebuild their houses as well as other community buildings such as classrooms, aid posts and other facilities that had been destroyed. Tamar Agavi, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister and Treasurer James Marape has responded to the opposition critics by highlighting significant economic growth since his government took office in 2019.
Prime Minister Marape addressed concerns during a period when the opposition has depicted a negative scenario for the country and its economy with a no-confidence motion on the horizon. He said opposition only need to look at records of how the economy has traveled over the last 49 years. He said it has only been over the last 4 years that PNG has seen the biggest growth in its economy from 79.6 billion kina in 2019 to 111 billion kina in 2023. If it took 44 years to grow the economy by 79 billion kina, then over the last 4 hard years, his government has grown the economy by 32 billion kina. Prime Minister Marape also refuted claims about mismanagement of the country's debt and inflation levels. He explained that 52% debt to GDP in 2024 is not the highest. The highest debt to GDP was in the late 1990s and early 2000s, when it went past 70%. Marape said inflation was also at its highest levels before their time. He detailed the government's initiatives to support the population, stating that the Marape Rosso government has given relief for essential household items and are on standby to assist going into the future, and the government has also made significant educational and financial interventions. He added the government is giving SME soft loans to Bank South Pacific and National Development Bank, something that has never been done before. Addressing the nation's workforce and economic contributions, he said the government is giving more contracts to local contractors. Prime Minister said more money is given to public infrastructure program and millions being invested into the health sector, including specialist health care, which has saved Papua New Guineans the financial burden of going overseas. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2644 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2569, $0.3942 Australian dollars, $0.2338 euro, and 39.07 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, copra closed higher, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading lower, and copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Mama's One-Time Telecom's Good Plum mobile data plans. With 8 exclusive mobile data plans to choose from, select a plan that best suits your budget. You can purchase a plan for as low as 3 kina for 1 gigabyte of data valid for 24 hours. Or receive 130 gigabyte of data valid for 30 days for only 150 kina. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime. Terms and conditions apply.
National Population Census ibay kama po kung June 2024 na National Statistic Office iwoklong painimong kutlaman Mary pusat ibay making work bilong kisim data inside long 1-1 board na LLG bilong all. You inaplong apply suppose Christmas bilong you istop namen long 18 na 45 years. You must finish in grade 10 school or antap. You must fit na healthy na nogat heavy long eye na you must again talk to good na clear long eye bilong all man Mary. You must igat experience long kisim data or survey before. You must igat one pela bank account na you must igat survey long usimol kind machine also Android phone or tablet too. Suppose you think also you in long making work belong Census 2024, you can go kiss him application form long provincial NSO office close to you, or you can download it long www.nso.gov.pg. Pull up in this form na sali wanted CV belong you igolong provincial census coordinator or provincial recruitment coordinator long NSO office is close to you. Closing date ibay long number 19 day belong Moon April 2024. This bilatok save ikisim to right ikam long office belong National Statistician.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Power energy drink. Feel the power.
You're watching National EMTV News. Anga Provincial member Sir Peter Ipatas has called on the Mineral Resource Authority and the national government to fast-track and conclude the development forum for the benefit of all stakeholders for Porgera Mine. He made this call in an exclusive interview with this newsroom in Port Moresby today.
The operation of Porgera Mine was a beacon of hope for the country at this economic tough time. However, Sir Peter called on MRA and the national government to fast-track the development forum as soon as possible.
We're glad that Porgera Mine has now started. You know, it's assisting the economy in the country. But I want to call on MRA, you know, Mineral Resource Authority, and the national government to quickly conclude the development forum. You know, we need to get that agreement done so that the people's interests are captured in it, and the obligations of the state, the mining company, which is now New Porgera Limited, and of course the provincial government and the people all understand their role in this new arrangement.
He reiterated the call and urged for the minister to make this a #1 priority and elaborated.
To quickly, give this priority. So, mine has started, and if we haven't got these agreements done, obviously we've got the cart before the horse already. So we need to sort it out very quickly.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
Organizing Committee Chairman of the Layagam Traditional Salt Festival, Tony Sulupin, is confident of hosting the second festival at the Layagam Station Oval later this year from August 15 to 16.
Sulupin said that the significance of this festival is on the Angan traditional salt, which played an important role during the past when money was not introduced.
5 hours, 6 hours, then
Mr. Sulupin continued to say that Layagam became the center for trade due to the precious salt where people from afar flocked in with their trade items to take part in traditional trade. He continued by highlighting that the full salt trade will be demonstrated during the show, as well as other exhibitions, including culture dance performance, music, agriculture farm display, among others. He confirmed the venue at the Layagam Station Oval to allow for the entire Layagam district to participate in salt trade, culture exhibition, agriculture farm display, music, song, and others. The festival will feature complete salt trade and demonstrated between the Nete Layam region, Muli Maip, Kombiam Ambum, Kandeb Kutubu, Wapanamanda with the trade items following established trade routes. Tamara Agavi, National EMTV News.
The people of Yangkok Station in West Sepik Province, through their LLG office, facilitated a one-day training last week, underscoring the financial literacy as key aspect of managing and growing SME businesses for farmers and informal sectors nationwide.
Yangkok Station local level government management helped facilitated the training for 35 local farmers and small business owners from all 26 wards in the LLG. The locals attended with great anticipation and excitement in learning basic knowledge on bookkeeping, cash flow management, and understanding the processes of IPA registration. Training facilitators Wilma Jikap and Alexus Sengi both conducted the training and graduated the 35 participants with certificate of recognition in attending the one-day financial literacy training. Tamara Agavi, National EMTV News.
Members of the Church of Christ in Port Moresby performed their community outreach obligation by doing a cleanathon at Elabit.
More than 30 members of the church with their family and friends, armed with gloves and trash bags, formed a line towards Apex House and picked up any rubbish that was washed ashore and rubbish left behind on the beach. Head deacon of the church, Pablo de Gua, thanked the NCD Governor Powes Pakop for allowing their church to fulfill their community civic obligation.
I'd like to thank first our Honorable Governor Powes Parkov for allowing us to do our socio-civic activities in this beautiful part of Port Moresby, which is, we call it the cleaning drive at Ella Beach.
He also explained the church initiative.
This activities is the church initiative to take care of our environment, because everyone has his own responsibility, and we call it the INC giving. As you can see in our church, this is initiative of our church in this being done all over the world, and this is in this part of the world. This is our time to give to our environment, our responsibility to clean it for our future generation.
He also stressed on other civic duties that the church is obliged to carry out.
Yeah, this is ongoing actually, year on year out. The next thing will be the INC giving also, or the care for humanity as well. So those are other social civic activities that we are planning to do Normally it's month by month. We have our schedule. So this month it will be a cleanup drive.
Tamara Agavi, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news now. Through the international efforts coordinated by the United States, United Kingdom, and France, helped Israel take down the incoming assault.
The United Kingdom sent additional jets to the Middle East ahead of this aerial strike, and Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has confirmed that they shot down a number of attack drones. He's praised the bravery of British pilots and has described the attack as unnecessary and dangerous. Now, the US, France and Jordan have also aided Israel in shooting down these missiles and drones. And the former UK Prime Minister, now Foreign Secretary David Cameron, took to social media to say he spoke with his Iranian counterpart to condemn the attack in the strongest terms. He says he told the Iranian Foreign Minister that his country must stop these reckless attacks, de-escalate and release the MSC Ares. The MSC Ares is a commercial ship that's linked to Israel, which was seized by Iran off the coast of the United Arab Emirates on early Saturday. The UK and a list of European countries are urging for restraint from all sides. Rishi Sunak said if the attack was a success, the fallout for regional stability would be hard to overstate, and that he stands by Israel and the wider region. Several European airlines have suspended flights to and from Tel Aviv, and France has told French residents in Iran to temporarily leave the country if they can. The Pope Francis has also called for peace and has urged countries to stop taking actions that can fuel a spiral of violence. Many European leaders have made it clear that they're on the same page and that they want a diplomatic outcome and not a military retaliation.
The Bondi attack on Saturday left 8 people hospitalized and dead. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the nation is mourning.
We know that 8 people remain in hospital. 5 of those are still in an intensive care unit, and that includes a 9-month-old baby whose mother tragically lost her life during the attacks on Saturday. Now, these survivors are spread out across several hospitals in Sydney. They're currently recovering at St George Hospital, St Vincent's, Royal Prince Alfred, Sydney Children's Hospital, as well as Royal North Shore Hospital too. Initially, 12 people were hospitalised, but 4 have been treated and discharged since the attacks on Saturday. Now, tragically, 6 people lost their lives during this attack, and we have the identities of all of those victims now, and I'll take you through those. The first was Pikria Dakia. She was a 55-year-old artist and designer who could speak 3 languages. Ashley Good, the mother of the 9-month-old baby who remains in intensive care. Faraz Tahir, he was a security guard from Pakistan, and we understand it was his first day on the job at Bondi Junction when he was murdered. A 47-year-old woman, Jade Young, she was a successful architect and a member of the Bronte Surf Lifesaving Club. 25-year-old Dawn Singleton, who was due to be married this year, and we understand she had only just bought her wedding dress last week.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods. Top up now with Telecom's Good Plus More bundles. Subscribe to any of Telecom's More bundle plans, ranging from 3 kina to 75 kina to enjoy unlimited on-net calls, more SMS, more data with increased off-net minutes. Choose from 8 exclusive plans, packed with more value to experience seamless communication with your family and friends. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime. Terms and conditions apply.
Somare Institute of Leadership and Governance has come a long way on learning and learning from personal relevance to life relevance. It was here that the famous Bulabif Club was born, a key force behind the country's independence and a symbol of national unity. Today, SILAG is given a new mandate by the NEC Policy Act 61 of 2021, a mandate to provide systematic, stable and sustainable public sector training for the public service to systemize and structure a fit-for-purpose human capital and institutional development in the national public service. SILAG is now pleased to announce that it will be graduating 742 graduates, including 11 serving heads of departments on the 19th April 2024. SILAG is now preparing to be a special public service university to forge new generation of future-ready leaders. Somare Institute of Leadership and Governance, forging a new generation of future-ready leaders.
You sabi yourself number one super, you can second super account by your phone na internet. Kisi balance belong you long SMS hurry up through. Looking transaction history, housing advance eligibility, beneficiary listing, na downloading statement belong you want an NSL mobile app or member portal. Tapos you can want to ask him, you can ring him or sell him email go to call center belong me plan. You don't need la sana pro line. Join him plan till Arab number one super members who decide to use him service online. Visit him number one super website tete.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Hola mundo.
I'm buzzing like a beehive, sky high on the good vibes. Assalamualaikum Pretty P.
Hey world! Connect to your world with the new, easy-to-use and thoughtfully designed Inspiron.
Tukai Sports.
Welcome to Tukai Sports. Cricket PNG female Lewas team returned today from touring in Zimbabwe, Africa and the United Emirates after deeming victorious against Zimbabwe. Lewas claimed their T20 victory after the ball hit Super Over class held in Harare.
Upon arrival, Lewas captain Brenda Tau gave highlight of the tour and match.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a great experience for the team. We haven't been playing a lot of ODI and getting this opportunity. Honestly, it's a great opportunity for the girls. We were looking forward to it, and it was a learning tournament for us. Honestly, for the team, like I said earlier, it's been more than 5 years since we last played ODI. So having the chance to play, going out there and showcasing our talent and given the opportunity, we made use of it. But mostly we learned as a team and as individuals. Oh, honestly, the girls were speechless. Even I was speechless. We had a moment of tears of joy, because it was indeed a history made by the PNG Lewas. We have never beaten Zimbabwe, and having the chance and beating them, it was honestly a history for us. And I'm pretty sure that's actually one of the highlights in our own career that we won't forget.
Captain Tau expressed gratitude towards the young team.
Oh yeah, honestly, it was really amazing going out there and seeing, what they can do for the country. They obviously have the talent, that's why they're selected, and being around them and having them as part of the team is really great. And we intend to keep them with the team, because they'll be great players in the future. And it was honestly a great opportunity for them and for us to also see what they can do for the country.
She revealed they have another upcoming match overseas, and T20 Isuzu will be a warm-up to that.
Well, we have an ODI coming up in August, which is in Netherlands, so yeah, the girls will be preparing for that again.
Natasha Voy, Tukai Sports.
Laos female captain Brenda Tau announced the team's victorious win against Zimbabwe and United States hosted in Africa and the United Emirates respectively.
Tears of joy because it was indeed a history made by the PNG Laos. We have never beaten Zimbabwe, and having the chance and beating them, it was honestly a history for us. Yeah, we played against them. Yeah, we did win the game. We played against them in 2022, I think, in the World Cup qualifiers, and yeah, we did beat them. And then having the chance to go out there again and being successful in the tournament, in that game was honestly a pretty great moment for the team. And
the PNG AFL Commission will be holding trials in different parts of the country to pick teams for international tournaments.
They'll start in East New Britain Province to select the PNG Mosquitoes men's AFL team and the PNG Flames women's AFL team. Then, trials will move to Port Moresby and Lae. Teams from each region will compete for spots in the national teams. Rex Lecker from the PNG AFL Commission says these trials are crucial for finding the best players from across PNG. Stay tuned for more updates on who makes the cut. James Guken, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Enjoy a great taste of newborn aroma 3-in-1 coffee with original, rich and creamy flavors. Perfect for your small breaks. Now available in shops nationwide. Bon Aroma 3-in-1 coffee. Good for taste, bad price.
Be on board this revolution. Introducing our new range of devices and giveaway frenzy. Buy a device and get a free boombox and enjoy 7 days of free streaming to MGems. But that's not all. You will also receive 5 gigabytes every month for the next 6 months. That's a whopping 30 gigabytes of data. Don't miss this extraordinary opportunity. Head to your nearest telecom retail outlet to grab one today. Terms and conditions apply.
Somare Institute of Leadership and Governance has come a long way on learning from personal relevance to life relevance. It was here that the famous Bulabif Club was born, a key force behind the country's independence and a symbol of national unity. Today, SILAG is given a new mandate by the NEC Policy Act 61 of 2021, a mandate to provide systematic, stable and sustainable public sector training for the public service to systemize and structure a fit-for-purpose human capital and institutional development in the national public service. SILAG is now pleased to announce that it will be graduating 742 graduates, including 11 serving heads of departments on the 19th April 2024. SILAG is now preparing to be a special public service university to forge new generation of future-ready leaders. Somare Institute of Leadership and Governance, forging a new generation of future-ready leaders.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Introducing the new Best Luncheon now comes in chicken and beef. Great choice to choose from with either a delicious chicken luncheon or a tasty beef luncheon meal. The beef luncheon is made with true Aussie beef And the chicken luncheon is farm fresh with premium quality. Now you're cooking with the finest. Try our Besta beef and chicken luncheon now. It's better, it's besta. Now available in stores.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with Project Civic.
There is a high rainfall and the soil structure and the morphology will not support anything as large as the proposed mine.
The focus was awareness on the implications of the mine and especially on the importance of the river.
And drastic environmental damage that will start to occur even before the development commences.
That's on tonight.
Buy more, win more one-time roots rice. Minimum belong 300,000 kina. No can miss out. Buy 10 kg roots medium grain rice, cut them round in big roots logo on top long front long bag rice, na write him name, nana mag long long backside long name. Drop him inside long entry box long store. Week 1 draw, 1 winner by 500 kina. Week 2 draw, 1,000 kina. Week 3 draw, 2,000 kina. Na long week 4 draw, 5,000 kina. Second Roots Rice Facebook page long kisim motok 7. Terms and conditions start.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Moving to overseas sports now. The Canberra Raiders defeated the Gold Coast Titans by a golden point yesterday.
Time 6-12. The Raiders put on 3 tries in the second half. 2 of those in the dying minutes. A conversion by Brian Kelly levelled the scores at 20-all, sending the game into overtime. The Titans had a chance to seal the game but missed a field goal. The Raiders then capitalising just minutes later, sending the ball through the sticks to win the game with.
In AFL, the West Coast Eagles secured their first win by defeating Richmond by 39 points.
It's got away to a pretty strong start. They were up by 8 points at quarter time, but the Eagles rallied and kicked away in the second quarter to lead by 19 at the main break. Jake Waterman starred for the Eagles, booting a career-high 6 goals. Number 1 draft pick Harley Reid proving his worth with 27 touches and a goal. In the other game yesterday, the Cats thrashed North Melbourne by 75 points in Geelong. Jeremy Cameron, well, he was unstoppable with 6 goals.
In netball, Vixens has defeated the Melbourne Mavericks by 38 points to 61.
Town rivalry was born as the Mavericks made their debut. They replaced the Collingwood Magpies as the 8th team in the league. The Vixens led at half-time, Sophie Garvin doing the majority of the damage on the scoreboard. The Mavericks got within 5 goals in the final quarter, but the Vixens steadied to win by 7. In the other game, the Sunshine Coast Lightning opened its season with a win. They defeated last year's runner-up, the New South Wales Swifts, by 16 goals. It was an all-star lineup for the Lightning with Diamonds captain Liz Watson debuting for the club.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus Weather Report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Buy more, win more one-time roots rice. Minimum belong 300,000 kina. No can miss out. Buy 10 kg roots medium grain rice, cut them round in big roots logo on top long front long bag rice, na write him name, nana mag long backside long name. Drop him inside long entry box long store. Week 1 draw, 1 winner by 500 kina. Week 2 draw, 1,000 kina. Week 3 draw, 2,000 kina. Na long week 4 draw, 5,000 kina. Second Roots Rice Facebook page long kisim motok 7. Terms and conditions start.
Somare Institute of Leadership and Governance has come a long way on learning from personal relevance to life relevance. It was here that the famous Bulabif Club was born, a key force behind the country's independence and a symbol of national unity. Today, SILAG is given a new mandate by the NEC Policy Act 61 of 2021, a mandate to provide systematic, stable and sustainable public sector training for the public service to systemize and structure a fit-for-purpose enhances human capital and institutional development in the National Public Service. SILAG is now pleased to announce that it will be graduating 742 graduates, including 11 serving heads of departments on the 19th April 2024. SILAG is now preparing to be a special public service university to forge new generation of future-ready leaders. Somare Institute of Leadership and Governance, forging a new generation of future-ready leaders.
Morocco Motors presents the Isuzu NPR cargo truck, now available for only 140,000 kina. Built for tough terrains and heavy loads, the Isuzu NPR comes with a 4x2 2022 manual transmission, single cab, right-handed steering, and a maximum performance output of 89 kilowatts. Isuzu NPR cargo truck, PNG's #1 truck. Visit Morocco Motors today for more information.
Mama's one-time Telecom's Good Plan mobile data plans. With 8 exclusive mobile data plans to choose from, select a plan that best suits your budget. You can purchase a plan for as low as 3 kina for 1 gigabyte of data valid for 24 hours, or receive 130 gigabyte of data valid for 30 days for only 150 kina. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime. Terms and conditions apply.
The National Statistical Office is conducting a nationwide search to recruit data collectors to take part in the 2024 National Population Census in June. Applicants must have the following: be between 18 and 45 years old, a minimum of grade 10, be physically fit and healthy, must not have a speech disorder, be good at public speaking and interacting with people, confident to use an Android phone or tablet, and have previous experience in data collection. If you want to be a data collector in the 2024 National Population Census, pick up an application form at the provincial headquarters or download it at www.nso.gov.pg. Fill the application form and submit with your updated CV to the Provincial Census Coordinator or the Provincial Recruitment Coordinator at your provincial headquarters. Applications close 19th April 2024. This message is endorsed by the Office of the National Statistician.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The weather forecast for the next 24 hours. In Southern Region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Daru and Kerema, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Alotau, partly cloudy with some showers possible. And Popondetta, partly cloudy with possible few showers. In Momase Region, Lay City and Medeng, partly cloudy with possible showers. Wewak, partly cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. And Vanimo, partly cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau and Kavieng, partly cloudy with some showers. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with some showers. Kimbe, some rain showers, and Buka, partly cloudy with some showers. In the islands region, Mount Again City, partly cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorm. Goroka, Bans, and Kundiawa, some showers and possible thunderstorm. Mendi, Tari, and Wabeg, some rain showers and possible thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Monday, the 15th of April, 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.